Go ahead, put it on real tight. Hope you brought your best tonight. They say they got the fireworks, yeah, they say they got the show. You're around the shoots, you're the best, so let's go.
This is Texas Toast. I'm your host, Miss Helen. Kick back and enjoy as we toast the best from Texas.
It's time for another round of Texas on Tap with Miss Helen along with producer Kyle. Hey, how's it going?
Howdy ho, neighbor Joe. It's good.
My voice is struggling from over the weekend.
Well, yeah, it looks like winter over there. It looks like you're real
Ooh,
nice and cozy.
I am. I'm cold.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like ever since we got back in, it's just been the wind's been ripping. It's been cold. I know y'all got a little sun in Houston the other day, but it has stayed cloudy here ever since I got home.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
I don't get to stick around and enjoy it. I guess the sun did peak out a little bit the last few days, but it's been, I don't think it got above 50, which is how I like it.
Yeah, yay for you. Yay, you're getting
Yeah.
your weather. Okay.
Yeah. Let's get it started. Big
All
week.
right.
We can talk about some TCMAs and all kinds of cool stuff. Actually, you know what? I want to talk about something really cool before we jump in, if that's okay with you.
Absolutely.
All right. So our buddy Trent Cowie is doing this really awesome thing. I actually got to
Mhm.
talk to him on the phone about it the other day just because we were kind of tossing around some ideas and stuff. But he's doing a toy drive that's live now, and it's ending with a little concert he's put together. It's at the table at Madeley in Conroe on December 11th, which is a Sunday. I think it starts at 1:30 or 2 o'clock that day. And so from what he told me, it basically sounds like, he was talking to some people who worked in like law enforcement and things like that in the area, and he heard some kind of terrible stories about like how surprising it is what some of these kids ask for Christmas, and it's just like these kids don't have anything and they're literally asking for socks, and things like that. So
Right.
it sounds like it kind of inspired Trent to just do something cool and good for the community, and obviously he's real proud of where he comes from, so that's pretty awesome. But yeah, so if any of you guys are in the Houston area and you want to participate, you can go to, I believe it's H&S Meat Market in Conroe. I looked it up earlier. It's on North Fraser Street, and they've got a little toy box drop there, so you can go drop off any kind of new toy as long as it's new in the package, all the way up until December 11th. And yeah, so I just wanted to share that. That's really cool, and we might have some even more cool news in relation to this show coming in or
Yes,
it
we
might be
will.
rolling out in the coming weeks. We're still working
Yes.
out some things, but yeah, we'll be at that show regardless. So
Yes.
come on and hang out with us. It'll be a lot of fun.
It is going to be a lot of fun, and I love what he's doing for the community, and I like how he's calling it Toy Drive Jam.
Right. Yep, it'll be a lot of fun. And he said they're doing an open mic to start the thing off, and then Peyton Howie's playing later on, and then Trent and the boys are going to close it out. So it's going to be a blast.
That's good stuff right there.
Yeah. All right. You want to get it started, or you want me to go?
Good stuff to talk about. I'll go ahead and start off
Cool.
with somebody we visited with on the, well, a couple of people here we visited with on the red carpet. But first of all, I want to talk about one that is just, just like moving up the charts so fast and apparent. And obviously, because it is Jesse Raub Jr., he has a new radio single out called Lovin' All Night. And I kind of call it like the couples song, because sometimes you have to unplug. Sometimes you just got to lock the doors, turn off the phones, and have some time together. But it's a slow, but it's yet kind of a more upbeat, great dancing song, great couple song, great job from Jesse Raub Jr. Lovin' All Night. And of course, he recently had a number one with Working Man's Woman that we also talked about on the podcast. And just for a note, he was really proud of this when he came through the red carpet at Billy Bob's at the TCMA Awards, because he wrote Dancer Home, and recently he got the gold record on that.
Oh yeah.
So he was really excited about that. Another young, spunky girl beauty named Savannah Rae. She's from the San Antonio area. She has a new single out. She talked about it on the red carpet, and then when I got home, it was like everywhere. I saw it everywhere. And it's called All Hat. And It's just a really nice upbeat song. What I was so impressed with is, first of all, her presence when we spoke with her on the red carpet. She's such a fierce young lady. She's so bubbly. She's very confident. And then when you hear her voice, it super exceeds. I mean, her presence already, but then when I heard her voice, she has such good control and just strength in her voice. But basically the whole premise, it's a really cute song. It's like, you're no cowboy, you're all hat, no cowboy. So
Yeah, I
it's a,
gotta add to that just because that lyric's just
yes,
killer. It's all hat, no cowboy, like a Hollywood version of a man who gives a damn.
I know, right?
Oh my God, it's
And
awesome.
if I remember right, she was telling me like she's opened for Jason Aldean.
Hmm.
She's been out. She's ready to go. And so she's already had Typical Texas Girl was her first radio release, and this is her second. I look for this one to do really, really good. And
Yep.
this one, Jesse Jennings, Moonshine. Let's just open the tap room door, and you got to take a listen to this one. Jesse Jennings, it's Moonshine. Oh, holy heavens. Drop everything right where you are. I was previewing music and came across that, and I just love it. The Crazy Train, one jar at a time, but I was really like jamming with the drums on this one, and just all of it. His vocals, everything's just a good jam. And I do have to tell you that I was lucky because I had been in contact with, of course, Dusty Motes today, and he just finished up the video, and Dusty
Mm,
sent it over to me. Y'all, you got to watch for Jesse Jennings Moonshine video when it comes out. I'm sure it's going to be everywhere, but check out check out his music. I was just loving the jam on that song, and his voice, he's just crazy good.
nice. Yep. And I noticed he's got a record coming out in February, it looks like. And I saw there's a song on the record called Pat Green. So I'm very excited to see what
I
that's
know.
all
I'm
about.
excited to see what we're going to follow Jesse and see
Yeah.
what's up with everything, because I was excited about this Moonshine song. It's really
Hmm.
good.
All right, well, let's keep it rolling in the Texas on Tap Room. Our boy Slade Coulter just dropped a brand new full-length record today, and it is incredible. And I picked my favorite tune off the record, and it happens to be the last song on the record. It's called Hellbent. So let's check out Hellbent from Slade Coulter. What a way to wrap up an amazing record. It's like it's so eerie, and it kind of starts the same way too. And I just thought that was so cool. It's always fascinating whenever an artist just like, I, I always tell people I don't listen to Spotify, right? Because playlists, it's not really my thing. I like to listen to a record from front to back, and that's just how I've
Mm-hmm.
always listened. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like that. This is why this record is so well put together. And I had to pick one song, but the album's amazing. We've talked about, I think, 3 or 4 of the songs on this record already as he's been kind of trickling them out. But
Mm-hmm.
the whole thing's just produced immaculately. It's beautiful. He showcases all these different styles of music, and like I said, this one's kind of eerie. It gives me almost a different genre, but it gives me Hozier vibes. And I was really into that guy back in the day whenever he was kind of more popular. But yeah, just love the song. And like I said, it's Slade's just dropped a new record. I think I said today, but it came out on Wednesday this week, and it's called Best of Me. And this song was called Hellbent. So
Hellbent. Yeah, that was a
yeah.
good jam right there.
Yeah, you got to get on that train if you're not already, because he's going places.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's see, who do I want to talk about next? These are all guys that we're very familiar with here on the show. Let's talk about our buddy Clay. Clay put out a new record
Oh,
today.
oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Clay Hollis, you are
Yeah,
just super exceeding. I mean, outside the box. I was like, well, tell him the name of the song.
the song is called Honky Tonk Heartache.
And all I could say was, shut up.
Yeah,
Oh my God. It's just,
yeah.
again, he's another one of those that's just taking it to another level, and like, what a heavy hitting song.
Hmm.
It's holy moly. That's all I could say. The lyrics, a beat from the beginning to the very end. You
Yep.
can't stop listening to it.
100%. Yeah, this is like the sawdust banger on the record because he's got a lot of really powerful tunes on this one. Not a whole lot of like super upbeat ones. And we've talked about a few of these already as well. But here's your quotable moment. But this is kind of what I took for the song. It's catchy hook, great vocal display, all the OG honky tonk elements, and
Yes.
it's a nice break from all those like heartfelt, powerful, lyrical based songs in the record. So I think that was strategic, and I hope it was, and it turned out really nice. So.
And I love Clay Hollis. Captain
Oh yeah.
Clay.
Oh yeah, Captain Clay. But yeah, so
Sorry, I got to throw in my Captain Clay.
you're good. So he's got his new record out today to streaming, and it's called No Apologies. So give that one a listen. And then my last pick this week is another guy that I've kind of been hanging on to, checking out as much as I can lately. It's Josh Meloy, and he just dropped a new song to streaming today called Front Porch. This one's like almost just an acoustic song. Like there's some production elements, and it's really pretty and cool. And obviously his voice is one of a kind. It's super unique, right? But it's just full of imagery, and it's like it's a relatable song. It's like about the battle of, having this love and passion for music and being on the road all the time. But then whenever you're on the road, you just want to get home to your partner or whatever. It's just like, man, I'm with you, buddy.
I just loved how it was like I had been having kind of a busy day and like lots of catching up, obviously, probably like you too. And it was like when you sent the song over, it was just like I just kind of stopped and I just chilled. It's just such a chill song also.
And he has a way of doing that. He's got, he'll just suck you in. Like it requires your full attention. And that's why I've been listening to Josh Meloy a lot. So
okay,
yeah.
so let's
before we jump into
the charts, go for it.
Take it away. Okay, I'll talk about our friends at More Than Music Creations. So, yep, like we've been saying for the last couple of weeks, we just really like what these guys are doing. And if you haven't checked them out yet, it's morethanmusiccreations.com. I promise you're missing out. Like you can get a pair of earrings from Pat Green's guitar strings that he played for your wife, for your girlfriend, for your daughter, for your grandma, anybody, excuse me, for like $50 maybe. Like
not even there's some stuff even
that's
lower
what I'm saying. But it's
and
like
there's some cute bracelets, really
that's like something you'd buy on eBay for $10,000, but you can just go to this website and buy them, right? But then the cool thing is, a portion of that money is going to helping these kids who live in foster homes or just don't have ideal living situations, and it gets them into music. It gets music in their life, and
that's so healing for those kids, so healing for them,
right? And all you have to do is go buy this really cool piece of jewelry, and you're directly responsible for helping. So morethanmusiccreations.com. We love you guys. Go check them out, please.
Okay, looking at the Texas Country Music Chart, number 5 this week is Randy Rogers' band, Nothing But Love Songs. And of course, he flip-flopped back and forth from number 1, and he has a new single out, and it's a good one, and we'll get to that probably next week. Number 4 is Aaron Watson, The Old Man Said. Number 3 is Sunny Sweeney with Easy as Hello. Pat Green's at number 2, speaking of Pat Green, if it don't have a honky tonk. And Wade Bowen hanging in there at number 1, Everything Has Your Memory. Looking at CD Extraction, number 5 is Josh Abbott Band featuring Flatland, and we talked about this, the remake they did on Don't It Make You Want to Dance. Aaron Watson's at number 4 with The Old Man Said. Wade Bowen went from number 1 to number 3, Everything Has Your Memory. Pat Green's at 2, and I'm so excited for this girl. Sunny Sweeney is number 1 this week with Easy as Hello.
Yeah.
Love that. Texas Regional Radio Report. Texas Regional Radio Report. She's at number 5 with Easy as Hello. Aaron Watson's at 4. Wildflowers is at 3. Love and Chaos. Number 2 is Pat Green, and Jamie Richards, Loose Eyed and Crazy, is at number 1 this week. He was 2 last week, and so moved on up to number 1. So that's a look at the charts and look at our music. And so now we just kind of a little chit chat a little bit.
Chit chat a little bit. Did you get to hang out with Jamie at all on Sunday?
No.
Oh, he was over there at White Elephant hanging out with us, and then he ended up.
I didn't make it by White Elephant.
But then he walked over to that after party with us. You didn't see him?
Well, I was after partying everywhere. You should have just told me. You know how I roll. I'm like all over the place. I'm like the freaking Tasmanian devil. Just bouncing around.
Oh yeah. No, I got to meet him. He was hanging out with Bree and Paul and all of us before they headed out. They had to go get whiskey, so they were probably smart getting out there a little early. But yeah, I mean, it was a great night. I had a blast. Thankfully, I had one of my really good friends there helping out on the red carpet. Otherwise, I would have been a mess. And you
did such a great job on the production.
And so did he. And yeah, I mean, it wouldn't have happened. It clearly took me a little bit longer than I would have liked to get that YouTube video out, but it is out now. So
it's out. Yes, you did a great job on that. So and it was fun. And I can't say enough for Jim Nash. It's like that man. It's just, he is such a joy to be around. Of course, Jim is from Shooter FM, and Jim and I co-hosted on the red carpet. And what was really cool is like you can walk in and do an assignment like that with someone that you don't know, and it can be really, really bad, or it can go really, really good. And it went exceptionally good.
It did.
He is such a joy to be around. Like we'd never worked together. We've emailed each other.
Mhm.
I know Jim through emails and through stuff we do in the music business, but geez, I mean, it was like we knew how each other was thinking. Like I could just look, he would look, and it was amazing. Red carpet went good. All the awards, all the winners. Congratulations to everyone. We're so excited for Donis. And I have to brag on my Chad Cooke band. I
Yeah.
mean, we went to their well, okay, that's right, you weren't there. They had the pre-party at the Rhinestone and Chad played. Of course, prior to that,
You had
Sarah
Sarah and
Hobbs and Hayden Haddock played,
Hayden, right? Yep.
and they did a great job. And what was good is I got to talk to Hayden about coming to Matagorda to do the video Tequila. And so he was off the hook because his dad explained the whole backstory on how quick it happened. And so I got to hang out with his dad and talk to him and Sarah.
Nice.
But then Chad Cooke Band, y'all, I can't say enough for them. And that's why they won Band of the Year. And that was one of the most stacked categories. And yeah, and so Ron's got new buddies with Chad Cooke, but Cat Ron's all up in there with Dallas and whatever the other guys. I mean, like,
nice.
But I just can't say enough about getting to see Chad and getting to see his show. We all tremendously enjoyed it. That was such a treat. And then, of course, the awards
all
in
my friends won.
themselves.
Yeah, everybody that I'm is in my little crew won something.
And
Paul won Guitar Player of the Year.
yes, he did. Wilder
won
Blue.
Roots Band of the Year.
And then
Sarah won Female Vocalist of the Year.
And then what about Donis?
Donis
Morris.
Yeah, new artist of the year.
Emerging,
yes.
Yeah. And then Zach Neal won Male Artist of the Year.
They did.
Like, it was amazing. And I guess one of the things my thoughts were, and it's like this really felt like, because, being in radio and all the years I was, and, we would have them come through when they were the newcomers. And like you and I jumped on this podcast and we had Zach on and Chad on, and, we've kind of watched them grow. And I just love being able to watch that growth and then to see them and see what they've worked so hard for and get awarded. It was just good stuff.
Yep, it was. And another huge thanks to Linda Wilson, Texas Country Music Association, for letting us be a part of it again this year. And we took it a step up this year, and I hope we just get to do it again next year.
Speaking of Linda, I just got a message from her.
Oh, nice. That's cool. But yeah, we had a big old time. This weekend's gonna be kind of chill. I'm with Bree on I guess tonight. We're in Victoria, Texas, but that's all we got going on. But December is crazy. Sorry.
Wait, let's talk about Bree and where y'all gonna be, because my plans were to be there. Now it's turned into intentions because I may have to juggle with some visitors coming in.
Yeah.
But
just hold
you're
off.
Supposed to
You got to come to Schrader. You got to come to Schrader.
I can't. I have a grandchild's birthday party
on that day.
Yeah, we're gonna be okay. Anyway, but no, I want to talk about.
You got to bring the whole family. Schrader's closing.
I know, but listen, I got to talk about this one. You have to. Bree wants you to wear your party pants.
Huh?
She said, "Wear your party pants."
I don't even know what that means. Her,
I don't. Party pants. Just shake it. I don't know. So I told Bree on social media, I said,
what the hell?
I said, party pants it is. Can't wait. She was like, eek.
Oh, man. That's hilarious.
But speaking of Bree, another exciting thing is the big announcement here at my county fair. Her and Craig are playing February 25th at the Matagorda County Fair. That's my home. I get to take care of y'all. I get to host y'all. I get to do whatever. And the thing is, it's like, so that's the big thing. Everybody's talking about it, and I'm telling them all about Bree. You don't know, you better get to know.
They will know by then. That's for damn sure.
Yes.
But yeah, so like I was saying, December is shaping up to be a crazy busy month for us. So that's pretty exciting. I mean, we've got, I think, 2 or 3 shows left before this month, but there's like 10 or 11 or 12 shows in December with around the holidays and stuff. So that's going to be a wild month for me. And then obviously January is probably the busiest month for anyone in Texas country because we're going to Steamboat and then coming home for a few days and flying out to Mile Zero and Key West. So lots of exciting stuff on my horizon. I'm really excited. And I'm also excited to get to see some family, this coming week. So that'll be a nice thing. It's been a while, but get together for Thanksgiving. So
yes,
looking forward to all that.
It'll be wonderful. Hey, by the way, and this is just how I am. I just put it out there. If I keep saying yes, would you just make like people used to make a cuss jar where you'd have to put a quarter in every time you cussed. We did it at the radio station one time. Because
Sounds
believe
like
me,
you need a business
some
manager.
of the people with the worst language is people in broadcasting, because once you're through, it's like you just let it fly.
Oh yeah.
I was like, I've been listening back to some podcasts and I've been listening to my conversations, and then I was looking at some of the red carpet stuff. What is wrong with me? Yes.
Oh, you're talking about the way
Yes.
you say it.
Yeah.
I,
No. How come I say it so
I don't
much?
know. I thought you were getting at just you say yes too much to things, so you're too busy.
I say it too much.
That's
Okay.
funny.
Yeah. And that too. And that too. I
And
do
I
say
just
yes
I
to
just
way
did
too
it. That's
much.
because I remember when I listened back to regretfully listened back to my little interview with Carly and Pete on the Troubadour whenever I went and talked to them, and it's like I started every single line I said. It seemed like with "It's funny," that's funny. It's a funny story. It's like I never
Hey,
say
so
that in real
yeah.
life. What the hell?
So maybe we'll have a contest. I'll have our folks that listen to the podcast. It's like every time
Keep
Helen
it
says
tally.
yes,
Oh my god,
they can win something. We'll send them something.
that's awesome. I love that actually.
No, I got to discipline myself. In the business, we call it a crutch.
Yeah, I mean everybody does it. I feel like I've gotten a
But
lot better.
I think too, I just get so excited. I'm like, yes,
Mm.
that's so freaking cool. Yes. But
Yeah, I mean
anyway,
I think that's probably the most common word on earth. What else would you say?
well,
You know, can't say no.
nope, can't say no. You can say wow, or you just shut up. You just don't say anything.
Yeah, but it's your job to keep them talking.
They were talking, and I'm going, yes.
Uh,
Even on the podcast, I'm doing it.
oh man, that's too funny.
I ain't scared to make fun of myself and point out things.
Yeah, fair
That's
enough.
just how I roll.
Yeah, I like it.
Anyway,
Cool.
so okay.
So we've got let's see, Lane Smith is our guest, and we got to meet him too. I got to talk to him quite a bit at the award show on Sunday. So
yes, I got to see Lane. See, I just did it. Yes.
yeah. Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah, Lane's okay. First of all, back to his interview. I was super impressed with Lane. He's really got some good music, good talent. He's got a good head on his shoulders. He's got a great story. So you make sure you listen. And then when we got to visit multiple times at the awards, just super laid back, nice guy to be around. Lane Smith's going to be around for a while. So yeah, check that out.
Absolutely. And is that it?
That's it. Let's see. Who else did we see? Oh, I got to see Landon Heights. I had a really good conversation with Brandon Ryder too, which it was
good
at the after party, and then on the red carpet too. And then we kind of went over into the after party, and then McBride and the Ride. We got to talk about them. We got to talk about Terry McBride in that show. And I'm going to tell you, when and I told you this when we were setting up, getting ready for red carpet, they were doing their sound check. And I looked at Kyle. I said, if you would have told my 25-year-old self at this point in my life, I would be at Billy Bob's doing the red carpet with McBride and the Ride sound checking behind me, I would have been like, I was a huge fan of theirs when they were, and now you saw their harmonies, you heard it,
I'm
incredible.
Yeah.
And then they were just so much fun on the red carpet. And then even afterwards, we had a visit still there at Billy Bob's. They came over. Ron even sat with one of the players, and I visited with Carly, and I visited with Terry McBride, and it was awesome.
Yeah, that was cool too. I got to spend a lot of time talking to Carly, and hadn't seen her in a while, and then got to talk to Jen and Ray quite a bit too.
It was so good seeing them. So good seeing them.
Absolutely.
And Joe and Allie Kelly, I loved seeing them, visiting with them.
I did. There was just
so many. Yeah. Oh, but gosh, it's like Zach Neal was stuck with me like all 3 days because we were together Friday night, Saturday night.
They
Sunday
see you,
night.
they get in line for the red carpet, and then they're like, "Oh shit, Helen again."
I know. I told Zach. I looked at him. I said, "What's up?" He goes, "Yeah, like we've been together like all weekend, like
That's
Friday,
awesome.
Saturday, Sunday." And but yeah, just and like we always say, and trust me on this, it's like whether you're an artist listening and you're in Texas music and you've never been, or you're just a fan, when you go there, it is the camaraderie, the energy, the sweetness, the family. I mean, it's family. It's like a reunion. It's just, and I know we repeat that. It gets repetitive over and over, but it
It's a great feeling. Yeah.
Seriously.
You gotta talk about it to get it out somehow, right? Yeah. And
Yeah.
another one, Coffee. I hadn't even, I hate to admit it, but I hadn't even thought about him or heard about him in a long time. And he rolled in and was like a celebrity, obviously, and then just went straight up to you and gave you a big old ass hug. It's like we hadn't talked to that dude in 2 years
Okay, so
almost.
when Coffee came up and he gave me a hug, like I don't know why the emotion just started pouring out of me. I
Oh.
just looked at him and I said, Coffee, I said, you know, you were our first guest on our podcast.
Uh-huh.
And I said, I feel like that you like were the blessing that we needed and such a just, you know, he's just got such a presence.
Yep.
But man, is he tall.
He's a big boy.
I
Yeah.
couldn't, I was barely
I didn't
trying to
realize he
reach
was
up
that
to hug
tall.
him.
Yeah. He's got to be
Man.
6'5" at least, right? He's
Or
huge.
more. He's
Yeah.
awesome. He's just such a charismatic spiritual person, and I just love it. Love it. It was great. And it was so funny because okay, so there is Garage Oil Whiskey that gave
Yep.
a new award that's going to be a tradition at the award show now. It's called the Badass Award. And so, you know, Coffee doesn't use that kind of language. And
Right.
so he was like, this is what he said on the red carpet. You can go back and watch the video and see it. Kyle's got it up on YouTube. He says, my kids keep asking me, what's this award you're getting, Daddy? Well, it's called the BA Award.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Badass of the Year, and he deserves
For
it.
all he does, yes.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, man.
Big week. And come get to relax a little bit, and we'll be back next week to talk to you guys. I guess we'll do that, right? Normal. So maybe you and I can talk on Wednesday, and then we'll just sit on it, and I'll put it out Thursday for everybody.
we will get it done.
Figure it out. Yep. Cool. Also, I forgot Randall King put out a new EP today, so go check that one out too.
Oh, and Chad Cooke Band has a new album coming out this weekend too.
Yep, they do.
Here we go. It's time to get busy. Get on the roll, people.
And yeah, it's so weird because this is the time of year where everything starts to slow down. It seems like, but it doesn't feel like anything's slowing down. So
no, it doesn't. And I know that I've had some conversations with friends. Like I've had some conversations and getting some trending from radio. And I was even consulting with some radio stuff today. And it's like, there's so many radio stations, especially our country, Texas country, that, yeah, they're sprinkling in, but normally like during this time, our programming would pretty much shut down and not go Christmas. We would still have we wouldn't totally change our formats, but you're not working the new music. You're not every week on the phone with the radio promoters. It's like, okay, here's what you can look for after you get back from Christmas. But there's a lot of programmers that are like, send it on. Let's work it. Let's go ahead and get it in rotation.
Yep. And maybe that's a new approach, you know, because like historically it is a little lighter then, so maybe some artists take advantage of it. That's not a bad idea for somebody young, you know.
Yes, and I mean there is a lot of artists that got some Christmas tunes out. I know Morgan Ashley has got one out. Dusty Motes has a cute one that's out.
Grace Tyler just dropped one.
There's a ton of them, so that's fun stuff. I mean, I'm so ready to put my Christmas tree up already.
Where was that?
Captain Ron's like, no.
I was somewhere last weekend. I was at Bree's guitar player's house last weekend. we were hanging out, playing a game or something. They're like, "Hey, let's put up the Christmas tree," and the whole group was so excited. It's just funny. It's like it's not even Thanksgiving yet, and we're like, it's never gonna get done if we don't do it right now. So let's go do it.
And that's what I'm talking about, because you know, once we roll through next week, that's it. So I think it's gonna be raining all day Saturday, and I don't care what Captain Ron says. I'm putting a tree up.
Nice. We'll do it. Sounds like a good
up.
plan. Hey,
let's check it off my list.
Let's leave the listeners that made it this far with a little Easter egg. We need some suggestions. Actually, we don't need them, but I'd like to see if you guys have any. If we were to do a little Christmas episode featuring some silly folks, friends of ours, what would you guys like to hear us talk about? You got any topics, themes, any you know, I don't want to make it seem like we don't know what we're doing, because we got a big old plan, but I'm just curious if there's anything we're missing, because I want it to be just, you know, big and bad and awesome. Oh my God, who am I? Yeah, I don't know. If you got any suggestions, just throw them our way.
We're going to call you the big, bad, and the awesome.
Oh God, please don't. I feel like that's something you would say.
You've been around me too long.
Okay. All right. Yeah. We spent too much time together.
But seriously, that's a great idea. Like something kind of like, you know, off topic that would be fun to ask.
Right. Yeah. Just nothing too serious. Just any silly questions, you know, or like none of that. What's your favorite Christmas song? Even though we probably will do some of that.
But we will. They can sing that or whatever.
Oh.
But But I want to make
You're
it like
giving away
fun
some
games. And see, like my daughter,
secrets
oh,
now.
sorry. My daughter's, of course, my daughter's a teacher. And I
Right.
was like, hey, I said, like, I know you have like a lot of cute little teaching games and things like that,
Mhm.
especially with her being a coach and teaching PE
Right.
with elementary kids. So I was like, you know, give me like some fun games or something. Cause she's that funny girl. My daughter's hilarious.
Yep.
I mean, like absolutely silly, funny, hilarious. So she was like, oh, Mom, I can come up with some stuff.
Sweet.
So
All right. Well, sounds like that's going to be fun. And like I said, we'll roll out some more details on what we have in mind for that, and then also another reminder: go drop off some toys for the kids of Montgomery County, Conroe, Texas, at H&S Meat Market in Conroe, and get out to Trent's Toy Drive Jam on December 11th. And I guess on that note, we'll say cheers.
cheers.
Peace out.
And with a heavy tongue, she knew where I was from. As she left, I dared to say, well, you can go to hell. Hell, I'll go to Texas. I've had my fill of every place but home. Well, take away